योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
राम 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 राम। राम Ramsuratkumar
Rama
Suratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Pranamastu This is one more day, one more time, the same day, an occasion to be thankful to Bhagwan for all his grace. Everything happens only by grace. Bhagwan used to say that our closing the eyes and opening could not happen with his grace. Taking one step ahead could not happen without his grace. Even the movement of a little finger cannot happen without his grace. Why all this? Just take up our breathing. Could breathing happen without His grace? Everything happens by His grace. And therefore, we have to be thankful to Him, grateful to Him for all the small and large, gracious blessing that He pours upon us. This is one more occasion to be grateful to Him again for this wonderful opportunity, which I should consider as fortune, to be able to be here in His shrine and sing His powerful name, which we have done and offered with deep gratitude at His lotus feet. They are Nama lotuses. Now let us consider a very important teaching of Bhagwan. I've been saying that Bhagwan arranges everything, every circumstance, every situation, every dialogue in each one's life, everybody's life. And all that we have to do is recognize this, be aware. And being aware of His running the show and going with the flow is all that we have to do. But it's very difficult because of the storage of vasanas inside us. It would not let us rest. It will be prompting us all the time to come out and connect with the external situations and act and react. Once, when I was seated there in the Sannidhi Street house, that veranda, it was all those early days when Bhagwan would not give me any personal service at all. Sometimes He would call somebody on this side of me and give something to do. And then He would call someone else on the other side of me and give something to do, leaving me deliberately, completely ignored. Naturally, the mind being what it is, began to grumble. Very difficult to take things, especially when the ego is very active and we are ego, self-centered. We would connect everything that happens outside with our center of being, which is the ego. And the ego is very active until it gets completely destroyed. Even a trace of ego could land us in trouble. Now here I was sitting and I began to grumble. I saw everybody was being paid attention to, and everyone was given some service or the other, and I was sitting near the gate and grumbling and grumbling and grumbling. Of course, I wouldn't dare say anything outside because I so much wanted to be in His presence, and there was such magnetism. Suddenly, Bhagwan called me near. He had his ashtray full of ashes. He said, "There, keep. Will you clear this and bring it?" Just for a moment I jumped in joy. This was an unexpected fortune of a seva. Here I was grumbling, and immediately He relented and was giving me some service. What a fortune. I ran near and took it, and just for a moment I was battling with the idea whether to go inside the house and wash it clean, or should I open the gate and do it outside. And then of course I decided against going inside. The gate was the nearest, so I rushed for it and I stood on the first step. There is always a gutter. There was a gutter, an open gutter, a public toilet for everyone, every passerby. It was there, and then I just tilted it and dropped all the ashes into the gutter. And in a fraction of a second, before I realized what was happening, with the ashes, the ashtray also fell into the gutter. Imagine how I would have felt. Here I was longing and longing and longing for some personal service. When it was not coming my way, all that I did was grumbling. And suddenly he relented and gave me the fortune of a service. And this is what I have done, made a mess of it. And of course there was no time to think, I had to act. I ran down the steps, put my right hand into the filth there and brought out the ashtray. And then again I had no time to think. I took my pallu and wiped it clean. That's all I could do. There was no water around. And then I cleaned it up as much as I could, and I ran inside, and there were patches and patches of the dark filth all over my sari. Only that day morning, when I was coming, I stood in a corner outside the house and I saw this gutter particularly. And I was thinking, what a sight. Here is a Mahatma, the purity embodied, and just outside his door is this filthy gutter. What a contrast. What an irony of life. And then it immediately struck me that we all go and with due reverence prostrate before him, and while doing we do not think, we are not even aware there is an exchange between the Mahatma and us. We offer our sins to him and he offers his blessings in return. So it is very symbolic that we're offering the sins at his feet by way of prostration. Is this gutter right outside the door of his house. And I felt a little disgusted when I saw that filth there and people using it, unmindful of who was residing inside. And into the same filth, just minutes after, I put my hand and I had to wipe it clean, wipe the ashtray clean. This is what happens, everything around, everything that happens teaches us the lessons that we have to learn in life. Life wouldn't leave you without your learning them. Because it's God behind every happening. And so I ran inside, I put the ashtray before him. For a moment again there was a battle whether to confess that I had to do what I had to do. Or of course he knew everything, every detail. Should I say it in front of all the people? Because people were busy singing, some of them might not have watched. It was such a humiliation to admit in front of people. And then, of course, I was in his Sannidhi, so the truth took over. I said, Bhagwan, you gave me this ashtray to clean. I dropped not only the ashes, but the ashtray as well. I'm very sorry, please forgive me. He didn't say, he just looked at me strangely and he didn't say anything. All that he said was, go and sit in your place. Now, I sighed with relief. Oh, the whole event is over. Bhagwan just let me go at this. And that is when the Leela started. Bhagwan began to say, this beggar gave her some work and she dropped it into the gutter. He didn't say ashtray, he said the work. I gave her some work and she dropped it into the gutter. And he began to repeat it several times. Almost everyone who was seated there unto the people who were coming in a line. And again, you can imagine what I was going through. I just wanted the earth to open and gobble me up. Now why I mention this, I have mentioned several times before. I would have shared this experience with people whenever the situation demanded. But this accentuates a point which everybody should remember. What? Life brings to us only what we deserve. If life does not give you a chance that you prefer, do not grumble. Because the situation would soon prove your unworthiness in some way or the other. I have seen many people coming here and grumbling over something or the other. And I always tell them, you wait till your chance comes. God knows, God is watching. Bhagwan always said, Father knows what to do and when to do. Just leave everything to Him and be silent. So, of course, Bhagwan knew to whom he should give personal service and to I should have known and waited my chance, but then this premature grumbling gave me a lesson unforgettable for life. I understood it was not for me to grumble. If I deserved it, the personal service would have come my way easily without asking. Because that's what God does. He gives you whatever you deserve, be it abuse or praise. They come to you of their own accord because they come to you by God's will. All that you have to do is accept it. Accept everything as His grace, because there is a lot of spiritual progress in it for you. So that day, I learned this most important lesson. Life is getting arranged by itself. God is giving the best to everybody. But we do not know that whatever is happening is best for us at that moment. This is what Bhagwan kept saying. You just have to watch how God arranges things for you and accept it as the best and be grateful to God for it. Otherwise, prematurely you interfere with the situation and make a mess of it. I remember a man going to Ramana Maharishi and complaining, you are giving grace to everybody, but you are not doing anything for me. I have been coming to you for so long. Why is that God is not giving me any blessing, showing me His grace? You know what Ramana Bhagavan said? Grace is always coming your way. There is only grace. You don't interfere with it. See that you don't interfere with it. So every time it is our interference by thinking and imagining things which may not have any base at all in truth, that we interfere with the flow of grace and spoil things for ourselves. This was the great lesson that I learned that day. I am sure it's going to be a lesson for everybody if you care. Now we shall offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Again, so many interference on the part of the human beings. And again, it's an irony. Everything happens only by the will of God. This is a controversy. People come and ask me, you say that everything happens only by God's will? And then sometimes Even what I will comes only from God. Then God does something else. Things don't happen the way I will it. So they say man proposes and God disposes. Bhagwan gave me to understand, even when man proposes, it is God who makes him propose and it is he who disposes it. I asked Bhagwan one day, if God is working through everybody, why is that you are a Mahatma? There are Mahatmas, very great souls like you. And there are also Duratmas, wicked people. Why would God's will do this, bring out this difference? Then Bhagwan said, God works directly through the Mahatmas, and the same God works through the individuals, through their ego. So, whatever comes from your frame of your ego is also coming straight from God. It is His play. If you realize that every thought that comes to you comes only from Him, then you hold on to Him and leave the thought. If you know how to do that, like Ramana Bhagwan says, you hold on to I and leave the thoughts. Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar always said, when I sat for meditation, the thoughts would come, think immediately, even these thoughts are coming from God. And then hold on to God, leave the thoughts. And the thoughts would die. They would get discouraged and they would not come again. So this is all we have to do, keep our focus on God all the time, no matter what happens in life. Whether we are householders or sannyasis, everything for everyone comes only from God. Why? There is only God. Nothing else, no one else. As Bhagwan says, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. Now we shall appeal to that Father, because this prayer also comes from Him, and we have to beg, for that's all we can do from where we are. And we beg you, Bhagwan, a million times for your immediate divine intervention and stop the war immediately between the two countries and promote the peace talks so that there would be once again peace. And please bless the whole world not to create such situations anymore. And we beg you to uproot all the negativities of the mind which are behind such violence. We beg you again and again to bring back a dharmic normalcy to the world in all aspects of life. Bhagwan, we also beg you to reach out to those people in whatever state of suffering they are, both on the war front and also in other countries, stranded as refugees, so that they get the basic needs. We also beg you, Bhagwan, to give a lift to our economy. And we beg you to protect all those good people who are working for the sake of the others, unselfishly. We pray to you again and again, ceaseless, unbroken remembrance of your powerful name, knowing that no single Nama goes waste, that every Nama connects you with the highest power. When we chant the name, if only you could think that by chanting the name, I'm getting connected to that huge highest power that is running the whole cosmos with its infinite details, with such precision, beauty and rhythm. So every Nama connects us with the Nami. The Nami is the highest power. He is Ishvara, running the whole cosmos. Bhagwan used to say, when you call out the name Rama, the meaning of the word Rama is Rama's presence, and Rama is instantly present. When you call out to Shiva, Shiva is instantly present. So we beg you for ceaseless chanting of your name. We also beg you to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands, that we run our everyday life as an offering to you. Please save us from all temptations of Maya. And finally, we seek that ultimate blessing for the ultimate state of truth, for which we need to be purified completely. Purification means not even a single trace of ego, which again means doing a lot of your Nama and doing everything as seva in the spirit of surrender to you. And Bhagwan, then we will be able to detect your divine, vibrant, living presence everywhere in everything. Please bless us to see only your willpower, your sankalpa behind all the happenings of life, to see everything only as your Leela. And most importantly, even the most devastating experiences of life, the cruel sufferings of life, your presence, your Ashirvad for our spiritual progress. Bhagwan always said, whatever happens is necessary for your spiritual growth, and that is why it is happening. Take it as grace, because it is truly grace. Bhagwan, we beg you to enable us to look upon every suffering as grace and be grateful to you for that. We also beg you for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being they are, to be free from that state of misery and be lifted to a higher plane. And Bhagwan, we seek the final liberation. We take refuge in your Nama and Seva and seek that final liberation from the tyranny of ego, from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, so that we be blessed with eternal living in eternal supreme. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.